Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kyle and welcome back to Toolsday. I thought with, getting closer to winter, the days are getting shorter, which means if you want to put a good long day in at the job site, you might need to look at some good lighting options. So I thought that's what we do today. Let's get into it. So we're going to talk about lighting solutions for the job site, and yes, you're going to see a lot of red here because those are the lights that I have and those are the lights that I use. Milwaukee has just totally, in my opinion, taken over the cordless lighting solutions, and because of that, that's what I've got a lot of. Now we're going to go ahead and start first in kind of the personal lighting department, and what they've come out with is this red lithium battery. So it's not using their M18 line of batteries. It's actually pretty cool. It's just a little lithium battery, and so you're able to charge this off of USB. So all of the red lithium products are USB chargeable. So this is just a charging device, and as you can see, they've got these little tabs you open up and there is a mini USB charging port. So everybody seems to have a USB around to charge anymore these days. So that's a great solution. We've got this is a ROVER light, and this is like a little mini ROVER flood. It's quite bright. I love this thing because it's magnetic and it sticks to like everything, and you just always find, maybe you're sticking it on a piece of machinery, you're sticking it on the metal wall. That's just the way it is with the magnet. There's always a place to use it, and it is super bright. I'm not gonna turn them all on now. We'll actually go outside later at the end and show you how bright some of these things are. Next thing we've got, this is 445 lumens, and retail price is like $59. Next, we've got probably my favorite light, honestly, of all of these, and it's the headlamp. I use this camping all the time. If I'm out in my yard at night, it's just super handy. I keep one in my truck. This is gonna be 475 lumens. There's a couple different modes on it. And once again, red lithium. The back opens up and you can access the battery. Just super cool. It's got the flood, and then it also has a spotlight function, and you'll get about 2 hours of max runtime on both of these with high power all the way on. Now the retail price on this one is $59 as well. And the last personal lighting one, the red lithium that I'll talk about, is this aluminum flashlight. So it's all aluminum. I think it's got a 1 meter submersion rating, so you can put this underwater, a meter. It's dust proof, super bright floodlight. It's got 3 modes. It's got a strobe light, a floodlight, I think, and a spotlight. And same thing, you'll get about 2 hours of max runtime on full high power. So this retails for about $69. So these are great personal lighting solutions, but let's get into the job site solutions. First, I'm gonna start with the lowest lumens, and I'll work my way up to the highest lumen output light. Now this is a compact ROVER flood, and it's gonna run off of M12 batteries. So that's kind of nice, if you've got a lot of these laying around. It's a super bright light. And I will say, if you guys have been following me long enough, you know that when I went out to Jimmy DiResta's and built his dream shop, we actually used both of these lights to work through the night because we were kind of behind on schedule, and it's impressive how bright these were. And I will go ahead and put a link up on this video so that you guys could go check out those couple videos there, because it was pretty impressive. I was definitely sold on these lights. This is gonna be 1,000 lumens, and this is gonna retail for $79. These are all bare tool pricing, so no batteries included. What's nice about this also, and same, in fact, I should probably just kind of lump these together. This is the M12 version. This is the M18 version. There's obviously a couple differences, but similarities are gonna be magnets on the bottom. So you've got the ability to stick these to anything metal. It's also got some cool hooks, so you can spread this out, wrap it around a 2x4. Obviously that's not conductive, so you're not gonna stick your magnet there. The nice thing about the M18, if I can open it, is the head is movable. So you can hook it onto something and then use it like a spotlight to point right into your whatever you're working on. Now these are both also using a 5.0 battery and using a 6.0 M12, you're gonna get about the same runtime, and that's about 4.5 hours on high output. But on low output, you're gonna get well into 20 plus hours of runtime on either one of these lights. They're pretty impressive. So along with the spring clamps and the magnets, you've also got a keyhole back here, so if you want to hang it on a nail on the wall, or you've obviously got the handle that you could wrap it around a wire and string it up from the ceiling somewhere. And that's going to be the case on both of these, but the M18 version does not have the keyhole. I don't know why they didn't do that. It seems pretty simple to just put that somewhere in the bottom, but they decided it wasn't, so no keyhole on the M18. Retail on this one was $99, this one was $79. Okay, next we will go ahead and talk about the compact radius with the flood. Now this is a pretty cool light. This is about 2200 lumens, and what's nice about this is you've got the flood option here, or you've got the kind of sight light radius all around light. So you got a couple different options. This is 1000 lumen flood or 2200 lumen on the radius light. What's also nice is you've got the option to plug this in, so you are going to get basically continuous infinite power and infinite light from this if you plug it in. However, if you want to run it off of a 5.0 battery, you're going to get about 4 hours on high mode. You've got a couple neat hooks here. So you've got kind of like a rafter hook, something you can hang, you know, so you could in theory use this for almost permanent lighting on site, plug it in and just leave it hooked in on your construction site if you feel pretty ballsy not to worry about somebody stealing it. And this thing retails for $145, tool only. Pretty cool, pretty compact for the 2200 lumens. All right, next we're gonna talk about the rocket light. And as you can guess, it's basically, you know, shaped like a rocket launcher. I'm assuming that's where they came up with the name, very witty. But this is actually like one of the first models. This is model number 2130, and it's only got 2000 lumen. This light has been updated a couple times, but it still works great for me. 2000 lumens, about $199 retail, and you can still fit up to a 9.0 battery in it. You can't fit the new 12.0 batteries. I do believe though Milwaukee will upfit this to accept the 12.0 for free if you have this light. So if you do have it and you want to get that 12.0 battery in there for an even longer runtime, you can do that. But with a 5.0 battery, you're going to get about 4 hours of runtime on high output. What's cool about this light is its ability to extend up to almost 7 feet tall. So it's pretty cool the way it works. You got a nice tripod here that comes out. So once you've got the tripod extended, then you've got a couple different stages of extension to go the full 7 feet. And then your head is also swivelable and movable, so you can direct it right where you want your brightest light. Okay, the next couple lights are like twice as much lumens as the first ones we've talked about. First, we've got the dual rocket, and I don't know, they probably just went with rocket because it was cool, but this one looks nothing like a rocket launcher, but it does accept 2 different batteries. And what's nice is, I don't even know, I haven't tried sticking a 12.0 battery in here quite yet. My guess is it would work. In fact, let's try it. Okay, back with the 12.0 battery. It works. So you can fit 2 12.0 batteries in here, which is gonna give you a ton of extra runtime, you would think. But because this has such high output at 5400 lumens, you're only gonna get 7 hours of runtime with 2 9.0 batteries. So that's gonna use up both 9.0 batteries in that 7 hours. I don't know how long you'll get with 2 12.0s, but my guess is if you're working in the dark that long, you should probably stop working anyway. Now, the thing that is really surprising about this light is its price tag. $599 for this light. Milwaukee is super proud of it. It's great, but $599 seems a little pricey. Every time I get this light out of the trailer to use it, I'm always a little bit perplexed. Just setting it up, I always forget how it works, and you would think it really isn't that difficult, but I always have to kind of play with it for at least 5 seconds before it works for me. I don't know, something about it, and it's all in the legs. The legs, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to extend it first. Then you got these legs that somehow come out here, and then you got to adjust this. It's just really kind of awkward. Like, I just don't think it's, you know, I wish that this was kind of mixed with the other rocket light. That is super simple. This thing, I just feel like it's super cumbersome, but at 5,400 lumens, it is super bright, and it's one key compatible. So what that means is I can log in with my phone. It doesn't have to be right next to me. I can change the modes. I can turn it on, I can turn it off, I can lock it out. I don't know, is that important to you guys? Probably not, but it's a cool feature, and for 599 bucks, it should probably do more than that, like make your coffee. So pretty cool light, definitely super bright, a little bit cumbersome, but it does really light the site. Now we've got kind of the big mother, and I've got this open to show you off that it also accepts two 12-volt batteries, up to 12 O's. That's kind of a nice feature. You can actually, there's little locks on here so that you can lock your batteries closed in case this is out on a, you know, pretty public job site. It's got a nice handle. You can kind of just grab this anywhere. Supposedly, this thing is like really bulletproof. Not literally, you can't shoot it, but you could throw it up against walls. I'm not gonna do that because I actually like this light and I don't wanna ruin it. It's also got an option here where you can daisy chain. So you're actually able to plug in multiple radius lights and plug in the first one. So they don't even have to be powered by a battery. They've also got a nice plug in here so you can actually plug it into a 110 outlet. Now, the other thing that's nice about this light is, once again, it's one key capable, and it makes a very nice ladder or stool on the job site. No, guys, I'm kidding. Do not sit or stand on the light. It's not intended for that. It's just a light. So one cool feature about this light is that you have the mode that you can get 180 degrees coverage or a full 360 radius coverage, hence the radius name. So just like the last light I showed you, the dual rocket, at $599, this light is also steep priced, and obviously Milwaukee is very proud of their stuff. They did kill it with the lighting. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't used any of their lighting, it is great. This is not a sponsored post. I literally use this stuff on the job site, especially come winter when we're out there trying to finish up the day and it's already dark out. So now that I've kind of gone through all of these lights and kind of the specs on them, let's go outside. It's already dark out, and let's see how bright they really are. All right, so the first one we'll go ahead and turn on out here is the M12 Compact Rover. So there you go, that's the M12 Rover, and not super bright, but definitely if you're working in a confined space or up on a lift and you need a nice direct low light solution, that would work. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll turn that off and turn on the M18 Rover. So that is the M18 Compact Rover floodlight, and that is a little bit brighter, but not overly noticeable. And the next one we'll turn on is the Compact Radius with the floodlight option. And so that is gonna give us our 2200 lumens, and then we'll turn on the flood only to show you that, which is 1000 lumens. So there you go, a lot more direct, not spreading that power all the way around, just right where you want it. Now the next one we're gonna do is the original rocket light. So this is a whopping 2000 lumens. What's nice about that is it's coming up from the sky, 7 foot high, so it really does a good job of lighting up your area. Now we're gonna do the dual rocket light, and that's gonna give us a staggering 5,000 plus lumens, somewhere around 5,400 if my memory serves me correctly, and that is a lot brighter than the original rocket light. Now the last one we've got here is the radius light, and this is a full 9,000 lumens, but remember that is in a full 360 degrees, so you can turn it to 180 degrees for more direct light, but this is going to give you 9,000 lumens to light up an entire space. So there you guys go. These are just the lighting solutions that I personally use. I know there's a lot of other options out there, but with the days getting shorter, I thought it was a good video to talk about because definitely going to be needing them way sooner than I really want to. But like always, if you guys have some good ideas on your favorite lighting solutions, make sure you drop them down below in the comments. Make sure you go ahead and share this with your friends if you think they might need, you know, a little help deciding on what lights they want to buy for their job. And like always, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week on Toolsday.